Energy is starting to take a larger portion of your monthly bills. And of course, everyone wants to pay the utility company less each month and save a little money. So, we're going to teach you how to sign on to new ideas, shift a little of your thinking, and save big bucks in the bargain. And here's the really good news. You have more control over your energy bills than you might imagine. In fact, the choices you make about how much energy you use and when you use that electricity play a large part in how much your monthly energy bill will cost. In the next few minutes, we're going to help you understand the components of your energy bill and how to make it easier to manage. Believe it or not, what your energy costs isn't just a jumble of made-up numbers. OG&E's rates are controlled by the Oklahoma Corporation Commission and include not only the precise rate, but also the fuel needed to produce the power you use. Then the cost to customers are billed in kilowatt-hour units. So, what's that? A kilowatt-hour is the equivalent of a 100-watt bulb running for 10 hours, which costs a homeowner roughly 10 cents. Currently, customers pay about the same per kilowatt-hour in the summer no matter when the power is consumed. And while there are usage thresholds in the rates that may cause the amount charged to change slightly, for the most part, customers pay about the same per kilowatt-hour. However, it costs OG&E more to make electricity during some parts of the day, usually during high-demand times or a few other rare critical times. In a bit, you'll be hearing about our special rate plans, which allow customers to take advantage of this and save money by shifting energy usage to a different time of summer weekdays. For today's purposes, we're talking about your whole energy consumption, not only your electric bill. And according to the U.S. Department of Energy, you're looking at a fairly accurate breakdown of the average customer's energy usage in a typical home. As you can see, there are several areas where smarter choices can help you reduce energy bills, and we're going to take a closer look at each right now. Typically, heating is as much as a quarter of your total energy bill, which makes it a great place to start lowering your energy costs. And, well, you might be able to guess our first suggestion. Simply turn down the thermostat to save money, even if it's a couple degrees. It's just as easy to put on a sweater as it is to turn up the heat. Also, fix air leakage in your home. A typical home can leak as much as 30% of its conditioned air, and caulking and weather stripping your doors and windows can reduce heating and air conditioning usage by 10 to 20%. You'll find that other major air leakage areas in the home include air ducts, plumbing utilities and wall penetrations, furnace flues, attic entrances, wall outlets, and recessed light fixtures. And unless it's a sealed system, your fireplace might lose more energy than it produces, drawing in and forcing warm air out the chimney. If you think space heaters are a good money-saving complement to your gas heating, you're probably wrong. They're completely inefficient, and if you're on a gas heating system and you start up an electric space heater, you could actually increase your bill. Wall-mounted thermostats for your systems can be very sensitive, too. Don't position heat-producing devices such as lamps or TVs beneath them. Heat rising off that equipment could cause the thermostat to think it's warmer in the room and leave other rooms cooler than you'd like. If you're in the market for a new heating system, we'd like for you to consider that the initial cost might be only one important factor. Try to purchase the highest energy efficiency model you can afford. The rating for a gas heater is called the Annual Fuel Utilization Efficiency. The rating for an electric heater is the Heating Seasonal Performance Factor. And like miles per gallon in a car, the higher the rating, the more efficient the performance, which can automatically lower your bills. Here's a chilling thought. Cooling your home can be nearly 20% of your energy bill. So, let's start with replacing your old central air conditioner. Replace your old model with a Seasonal Energy Efficiency Rating, or SEER, of 10 or less with a new high-efficiency unit. Today's best air conditioners use 30 to 50% less energy to produce the same amount of cooling as air conditioners made in the mid-1970s. Even if your air conditioner is only 10 years old, you may save 20 to 40% off your cooling energy costs by replacing it with a newer model. But, just like a heating system, don't replace your current system until near the end of its life. And replace them in spring and fall when the demand isn't as great. Also, geothermal systems are a little more expensive than conventional systems, but are a more efficient way to heat and cool both existing and new home constructions. Geothermal systems use the Earth's natural energy to save up to 60% on your costs, so you stay comfortable all year while saving money in the bargain. Geothermal systems may also be eligible for federal tax credits. So, if you're not in the market for a newer efficient system, how can you impact your cooling costs? Well, simply open windows during moderate spring or fall weather to let in cooler outside air instead of operating air conditioning equipment. Also, draw blinds, shades, or drapes to block the sunlight during the hottest part of the day, especially on south and west-facing windows. Even turn the AC up a few degrees and use a fan to stay comfortable and save money. Remember, fans cool people, not rooms, so only use it in rooms you're occupying. And remember, direct sunlight falling on a window air conditioning unit increases its workload. When you have a choice, go ahead and locate these kinds of units on the north or shady side of the house. And as always, eliminate air infiltration when possible to help lower both heating and cooling costs. So, stop me if you've heard this one, but once again, the higher the efficiency rating on your water heater, the more you save. But since heating water can be as much as 12% of your bill, there's more you can do to make it more efficient and less costly in your home. First, it's important to keep your system properly maintained. So, once or twice a year, drain a bucket of water out of the bottom of the heater tank to eliminate any sediment. The sediment can insulate the water in the tank from the heating element, which can really waste energy. In addition, you might want to invest in an inexpensive water heater insulation kit. Older hot water tanks are generally not well insulated, so this extra layer of protection keeps heat from being lost through the walls of the tank. However, please make sure to read the instructions on the kit carefully, as to not insulate over any doors, vents, or relief valves. What's more, lowering your water heater temperature setting from 140 degrees Fahrenheit to 120 degrees can reduce your water heating energy bill by more than 10%, because the lower the temperature, the less energy it takes to heat. Also, consult with a plumber to determine if your water heater size meets your family's needs. There's no need to heat water you won't ever use. Homeowners using geothermal systems like we mentioned before can get up to 60% of their hot water needs from these systems. And also, consider a tankless water heater. The initial cost is greater than that of a conventional storage water heater, but tankless water heaters typically last longer and have lower operating and energy costs, which can offset its price. Also, most tankless heaters have a life expectancy of over 20 years, with easily replaceable parts to extend their life. In contrast, storage water heaters only last 10 to 15 years. It was always a refrain growing up, and of course, your grandparents knew the easiest way to save money on lighting. Just turn them off! And that's true. But another effective way is to use the lowest wattage bulb to accomplish your lighting needs. Technology has made great strides in creating lighting choices that are much more energy efficient. For instance, compact fluorescent bulbs will give an incandescent bulb's warm, soft light while using 75% less electricity. So let's get a frame of reference for the current bulbs on the market. A traditional 100-watt incandescent bulb running for 10 hours is the equivalent of 1 kilowatt hour, which costs about 10 cents. However, that bulb only has about 1,000 hours of life. A compact fluorescent bulb that generates the same amount of light, running for 38 hours, is the equivalent of that same kilowatt hour. Yet that bulb has 10,000 hours of life. And now LED bulbs are more affordable. So 50 hours of life on a comparable bulb is equal to 1 kilowatt hour. But that LED bulb should be good for over 30,000 hours of life. So do the math. You'd have to buy 5 times as many incandescent bulbs to equal the life of a single LED bulb. In fact, some studies show that you can reduce your electricity usage for lighting by 75% just by replacing incandescent light bulbs with compact fluorescent bulbs or LED bulbs. At the same time, remember to select the type of light you want for the setting or room, bright or soft, and be sure to use newer bulb technology for fixtures or lamps that run for more than 2 hours each day. More than ever, you have more efficient, longer-lasting options. So, lighten up and save money. Smarter design and technology have brought appliances and electronics a quantum leap in a short amount of time, making our lives more efficient and easier. And when buying any of them, try to look for the Energy Star label. That's where you'll find the efficiency rating for each appliance and the cost to run it based on national averages from the DOE. The good news is that costs in Oklahoma are typically less than those listed on Energy Star tags. So, whether it's a dehumidifier, a ceiling fan, Blu-ray player, cordless phone, kitchen appliance, anything, check that Energy Star rating. When you're cooking, use your microwave when possible to save a little money on energy costs. Microwave ovens draw less than half the power of conventional ovens and cook for shorter periods of time. The savings can add up, too. Using a microwave oven can reduce the energy used for cooking by more than 50%. Also, Rather than using the oven for preparing small quantities of food, consider cooking in small portable electric appliances, such as a frying pan, grill, or toaster oven. On average, these use only about 1/3 of the electric power of an oven broiler. When it comes to the laundry, consider buying a new, energy-efficient, front-loading or horizontal axis washing machine. According to Department of Energy studies, these new units use at least 30% less water and 50% less energy to heat water and wash clothes. Also, normally, cold water can get your clothes just as clean, so you don't have to pay to warm the water. Sort laundry and schedule washes so that a complete job can be done with a full load and a few cycles, rather than a lot of lighter loads. Overall, dishwashers use less water than washing dishes by hand. For a full load of dishes in the dishwasher, washing the same dishes by hand would typically use at least 6 more gallons of hot water. And most new dishwashers have internal booster heaters, so you can set your water heater thermostat to 120 degrees Fahrenheit rather than 140, and let your dishwasher do the superheating for that sticky casserole dish. Also, remember that many appliances can use a tiny bit of power when they're supposedly off. This vampire drain is normal, and though it might not be practical all the time, consider unplugging some smaller appliances. Refrigerators have energy ratings like all other appliances, so check them out too. Because refrigeration consists of about 8% of your total energy bill. And since energy usage is comparable to the actual cubic feet of refrigerated space, make sure to choose refrigerator or freezer sizes that are just large enough for your family's needs. Also, sometimes it's not a good idea to put that second refrigerator in the garage if you have that possibility. In the winter months, frozen foods may thaw, as the refrigerator sensors may not activate the compressor. And in the summer months, the temperature in the garage can easily exceed 100 degrees, and the refrigerator has to work really hard to keep things cold. If you have an older unit, try vacuuming and cleaning the condenser coils of refrigerators and freezers every 3 months or so. You'll find them in the back or at the bottom of the cabinets. Dust-covered coils impair the efficiency of the compressor and can increase energy drain. Imagine the number of electronic devices you have all over your house, and you'll start to realize why the amount of your energy bill connected to them has risen noticeably over the past few years. In fact, it's projected that the number of cable boxes you have in your home will soon draw the same amount of energy as you use for refrigeration. So it makes sense to turn off as many electronic units as you can to help eliminate the standby power drain some devices use, even when they're in the off position. It's easier to use a power strip as a central turn-off when you're finished using equipment, so you can turn off more units at one time. Also, remember to unplug any battery chargers or power adapters when electronics are fully charged or disconnected from the charger. You could even make a game out of it. Some customers turn off the lights in the house and look for the tiny red lights on electronics that could mean vampire drain is still occurring. Happy hunting! When it comes to TVs, an LCD TV typically uses less electricity than a plasma TV, while rear projection TVs are typically more efficient than both LCDs and plasmas. And while some TVs come with a power saver mode designed to reduce energy consumption, the performance of this mode varies from product to product. The power saver mode usually makes the TV less bright, but this can help with image quality, especially with the room lights turned off. And hey, that saves even more energy. And please, turn off your video game consoles when you're not using them. Most game consoles use as much energy in the idle mode as they do in the active mode. So, once you've slayed the dragon, save the game and turn it off rather than pause. The annual electricity usage for a game console that's always on is nearly 10 times as much as a console that's turned off when it's not in use. There are some easy, old-school practices you can do around your home to make it more energy efficient. More than likely, there are some minor and major air leaks lurking in your home. Some experts say it could be the equivalent of having a window open in your house 24 hours a day. The good news is that properly caulking and weather stripping your doors and window frames reduces heating and air conditioning usage by 10 to 20%. Check your air ducts for small leaks too. And make sure your fireplace damper is closed after a fire, because that's basically an open pathway to the outside, a conduit for losing your cold and warm air. Small things make a big difference, and there are new, inexpensive tools and technologies to help discover these leaks quickly and easily. And OG&E also has great programs to help you make your house more energy efficient, which can lower your bill. OG&E's suite of programs is waiting to make your home more comfortable as well as more affordable, and it's designed to help everyone. From efficiency and weatherization offers to rebates for both existing and new home construction to so much more. Check out the variety of ways we're ready to help you every step of the way at OG&E.com. Customers who participated in OG&E energy efficiency programs since 2008 have lowered our peak demand by 56 megawatts, and the numbers keep getting better. The reason it's important to keep peak energy demand down is that's how we can also keep your electricity costs as low as possible. The truth is, it costs more to produce electricity between 2 and 7 p.m. on summer weekdays. Those are peak hours when customer demand for electricity is at its highest. Other factors like weather conditions and the time of year also impact electrical prices and drive them higher. And though OG&E has a balanced portfolio that ensures reliable energy, more demand means more generation, perhaps even going off the energy grid to purchase power for millions of customers. And that can get expensive, especially in those summer months. So, now we're partnering with customers to help keep peak demand down through an innovative program called Smart Hours. It not only saves money on your bill and keeps your rates lower, it's ensuring OG&E won't have to build incremental power generation until 2020 or beyond. Our risk-free Smart Hours price plan is helping thousands of Oklahomans save millions of dollars each year. And we're helping them save so easily. All you have to do is reduce your electricity use during those peak hours from 2 to 7 p.m. summer weekdays, when energy costs a little more to generate and it costs you a little more to use. By taking advantage of the other 19 hours, plus every weekend and national holiday, you'll find small adjustments will look very smart on your bill. All you have to do is cook a little later or make Saturday laundry day. A lot of customers just pre-cool the home or office, then spin that ceiling fan in the afternoon after 2 p.m. The choice on how to save is always yours. You have complete control to shift and save or not. But there are many ways to reduce your use a little or a lot. You'll find more tips at OGE.com too, or on our Facebook page. And remember, while you may be reducing your electricity usage during peak hours, don't forget, you must be in the program to save with Smart Hours. So, make the switch to the Smart Hours plan. Then, take full advantage when electricity is cheaper. As you can see, it's literally half price. In fact, it's so easy to save. Each year, virtually all Smart Hours customers save money, with an impressive average savings each month. And of course, commercial customers saved even more. And every Smart Hours customer can get one of the highest quality thermostats available, the Smart Temp, free. That's a $300 value at no cost. This intelligent thermostat helps Smart Hours customers automate savings, allowing you to set preferences for any time of the day or for your lifestyle, or control it manually and react to pricing changes. And during our quick installation, we'll even do a plenum seal inspection. That's the main gateway for all air into your ductwork. And if there's any leakage, we'll seal it for free. No wonder Smart Temp users saved even more on the Smart Hours plan. As an OG&E customer, you've got another valuable tool to help you save money. It's called My OG&E Power. It's free, and it lets you view your electricity use and price information in incredible detail. It also shows you the value of the Smart Hours program. Try it yourself. First, activate your free My OG&E Power account. Then, click on the How Can I Save tab and see what you would have saved on Smart Hours last summer without any changes in your energy usage. Then, go ahead. See how much more you could save by reducing or shifting a little usage out of 2 to 7 p.m. summer weekdays. You might be pleasantly surprised. Explore My OG&E Power too and find out how much more information there is to help you plan your summer savings. My report is a quick overview of your current electricity use, the cost per kilowatt hour, plus an estimate for your monthly bill, so you can plan your finances. The Bill Analysis tab compares your bills each month to see how minor changes can reduce your consumption and save you money. View energy use and cost to see how you stack up against the average in your community. Then track your daily use based on variables you choose, like hourly temperatures. You can even find out how your daily use and your carbon impact compares to neighbors. So set up your My OG&E Power account today and start taking advantage of all the other programs and incentives that OG&E has to offer. We'd like to thank the Department of Energy for their assistance and detailed information for our presentation. And we hope you learned a lot, including ways to cut your energy bills without hardly trying. If you'd like more information or if you'd like to sign up for any of the OG&E programs or rebates you've heard about, visit OGE.com or just call 877-898-3834.